First of all, I want to say prayers up to Kevin Durant, to his close family, friends, and loved ones surrounding him, and that he has a speedy recovery. Because I think we could all speak on this about one of the great players in the NBA. We never want to see them go down like this. I don't care if you're a Warriors fan. I don't care if you're a Raptors fan. You never want to see a man like this go down, especially it being one of the greatest players in the NBA today. I'm not going to lie. Couldn't get that much sleep thinking about how the game went. Not only about the Raptors' loss, because obviously I'm rooting for the Raptors, but to see KD go down like this. If you haven't heard, KD has suffered an Achilles injury. Now, to most, it's not shocking. I knew ever since he got injured in that Rockets series that it was an Achilles injury. Most people could speak about this. But no, the medical staff and the Warriors organization wants to say it's a calf injury, it's a calf injury, it's a calf injury. I was like, KD is done for the rest of the playoffs. No matter what, I don't care if the Warriors lose, I don't care if the Warriors win. He's done for the rest of the playoffs. Because it's obviously an Achilles injury. Once he started missing the Rockets series, the Trailblazers series, and then the beginning of the Raptors series, I was like, this is an Achilles injury. It's no way he's coming back from this. Fast forward to a month later, the medical staff, the Warriors organization, Bob Myers gives KD the okay and clears him to play Sunday. Clears him to practice. Clears him to practice. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, this is too soon. But I guess the competitive nature in KD, I give him that. Kevin Durant, I commend him on that, trying to help his team out when they're down in the dumps. That's true brotherhood, and that's the true definition of sports. I commend Kevin Durant on that. He gained a lot of respect from me on that part, trying to get a win for his team. He comes out the first quarter. He scored like 11 or 12 or something like that. I was like, okay, he might drop 50 on these boys. He might come back and drop 50s. It was great to see Kevin Durant and Kawhi, two great players going back to back and forth. We want to see the greats play against each other. We want to see the greats play against each other. If you're an NBA fan, you want to see that happen. And then the second quarter, he goes down. I seen the replay over and over again in my head of his leg just rippling, and it was disturbing to watch. I can't believe some of the Raptors fans cheered when he went down. I don't care if you're a Raptors, Warriors, or NBA fan. I don't care if you're rooting against the Warriors. That's disgusting to cheer for a man's downfall like that, especially an Achilles injury. I did also fail to mention that most of the Raptors fans, some of the Raptors fans also gave a standing ovation to Kevin Durant and chanted KD. So shout out to those Raptors fans for giving him full support, and anybody who's not even a Warriors or Raptors fans for giving this man support during hard times like this. Kevin Durant, he suffers the Achilles injuries. Once that happened, I was like, I hate to say it, but I was like, I knew it. He wasn't ready. This is too soon. Like, I knew the injury was more severe than a calf injury. But the freaking Warriors organization was trying to hide the fact that it was an Achilles injury. They knew this whole time. I saw that damn press conference by Bob Myers, the GM of the Warriors, fake crying, saying that the blame on me, put the blame. Y'all knew good and damn well that he had an Achilles injury this whole time. But you jeopardized the man's career in life to win? To win. You jeopardized the man's health in order to win a finals game. Your pride and your ego goes before a man's health. And I know Kevin Durant, he wanted to play so bad. The competitive nature in him wanted to play so bad. But the medical staff and the organization were too, I don't know whether they were scared or afraid or just trying to hide it in order for them to get a W for a win. This is this man's career on the line. An Achilles injury? You see what happened to D Rose. Granted, he came back. He came back better than ever this year, but he was never the same as he was before. Kawhi suffered something like this. He was out for a whole year. And now Kevin Durant's probably going to be out for a whole year. Hopefully it's a speedy recovery. I never want to see someone go down like that. Warriors medical staff, Bob Myers, y'all should be really ashamed of yourselves for letting that man go out there and play knowing good and well that was an Achilles injury. More severe than a calf injury. It was kind of depressing to just watch. Just watch all that go down in real time. And once he, like I said, once he went down, I was like, I knew it. He should have never been out there in the first place. He should have never been out there in the first place. But because y'all wanted to win so bad, they okayed him to play. But moving on to the game itself, I give credit to where credit is due. The Warriors came out there after KD suffered his Achilles injury, and they fought out there and got a W for them. That's good for them. I give credit where credit is due. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they hit a couple big threes in the fourth quarter. They had that mini run by DeMarcus Cousins. He finally showed up. Finally showed up to the game after KD got injured. Shouts out to DeMarcus Cousins, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. I know Quinn Cook hit a big shot. Kevin Looney was fighting hard out there. It still seemed like he was hurting from his chest from the other night. But the Warriors, they fought hard. I give credit to where credit is due. And it seemed like the Raptors were more sad about the injury. More sad about the injury than the Warriors were. The Warriors seemed like they got to fight. But the Raptors didn't seem like they wanted that bad. In the fourth quarter, I slick want to show the fourth quarter to break down all that happened. I think I am. I'm just going to break down what happens in the fourth quarter. Ibaka was going off in this game. Ibaka did great. Ibaka played well. Kawhi Leonard played well in the fourth quarter. You're going to see what pisses me off about the Raptors in the fourth quarter. Quinn Cook hits a big three. That's a big three. Kyle Lowry was not playing that bad. Until the final seconds of the game. Was not playing bad. I was so ready to not talk about Kyle Lowry for the rest of my life. I was so ready. I was like, okay, Kyle Lowry, he's proving everybody wrong. He's proving me wrong. He's playing great. He's hitting threes. He's doing great. But it all went downhill from there. Kyle Lowry, see, great pass. Ibaka, playing well. Danny Green, no. Then Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard had a great game. Had a great fourth quarter. Until Nick Nurse decides to pull a timeout. See, the Raptors got a couple stops. They thought it was a travel. Very close there. It was a very close call there. Kawhi Leonard pulls up. He started hitting back-to-back-to-back threes. Look at this. He puts on a clinic in the fourth quarter. He puts on a clinic. He goes Kobe mode in the fourth quarter. He goes Kobe mode. Kawhi Leonard looks step back on DeMarcus Cousins. He goes Kobe mode. He goes Kobe mode. And Kawhi still taking it to the Warriors. He took over, and then before this even happened, Nick Nurse called the freaking timeout and slowed down the momentum of the Toronto Raptors, and then the Golden State Warriors hit a couple threes that were big. It slowed down the momentum for the Raptors. Nick Nurse, why did you call a timeout? Why did you call a timeout? Your Raptors were up by 6. Kawhi Leonard was on. And then you have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry get a breather for a second. And they end up hitting 2 big shots. Actually, 3 big shots. Klay Thompson, they end up hitting big shots and they go up by 3. Late in the fourth quarter. Nick Nurse was partially to blame for this loss. That timeout. I don't understand, why would you call it? That's a bad timeout. Horrible timeout. Usually the Warriors would call a timeout in this scenario, but you and the Raptors are up by 6. Kawhi Leonard is putting on a clinic. Then after that, Kawhi Leonard I don't think he even scored. The Raptors only scored like 2 points. And that came on a goaltender with Kyle Lowry after that timeout. And this last play, oh my gosh. Kawhi Leonard gets doubled. And look who has the ball in the last second. It hits the backboard. It hits the backboard. Why would Kyle Lowry have the ball in the final seconds of the NBA Finals, Game 5? They could have closed out the series. They should have called a timeout before. Drew up a better play. Got Kawhi Leonard a shot. I would have even had Danny Green took the last shot. That was a roller coaster of a game. A roller coaster of a game. Kyle Lowry taking the last shot. He was doing great until then. Y'all swear he's a great player. Y'all swear he's a great player. But I'm not just pointing the fingers on him. Nick Nurse slowed down the momentum on his own team, calling the timeout. Kawhi Leonard putting on the clinic, going Kobe mode in the fourth quarter, and you call a timeout. Slow down the momentum. You have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson hitting 3 big shots in the fourth quarter. They get their momentum, their hype, all the emotions ringing around Kevin Durant's injury. Again, prayers up to Kevin Durant. Hopefully it's a speedy recovery. Hopefully they didn't jeopardize this man's career. The Warriors organization and Bob Myers, shame on you. Nick Nurse, call the timeout. Dumb move. Not the brightest of timeouts. Kyle Lowry having the ball in the final seconds of the finals. Horrible. It's your boy RJ Powell, man. I'm out for today, man. I'm out for today. Horrible.